Ever wondered why a crisp new dollar bill feels almost alive? That tingly feeling. It's not just you. It's the 14,000 microscopic ridges on each bill, stamped by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to fight counterfeiters. And yes, they're basically dollar bill braille for your fingertips.
Aha, Doodles.
Right now, somewhere in Washington, D.C., a machine the size of a school bus is spitting out 10,000 of these every minute. Each one is 75% cotton, 25% linen, not paper. That's why it doesn't tear when you accidentally wash it. The ink, intaglio, thick, raised, like braille for your fingers. Counterfeiters hate it. That bill just survived a spin cycle in a Seattle laundromat, emerged smelling like fabric softener, and a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte spill. A 2018 Bank of England study tracked 50-pound 5 notes for a week. The results? Brutal. By day 3, the average bill had been in 3 different countries, touched 17 strangers, and survived a vending machine. But here's the thing. Money is basically a germ subway. And it's been everywhere. In 2017, scientists swabbed dollar bills in New York. They found 3,000 types of bacteria. 80% of U.S. bills had cocaine traces, horse DNA, even a microbe from a 17th century plague pit. Think about it, your money's been in a vending machine, a tip jar, a kid's sticky hands. But some countries are fighting back. Canada and the UK switched to polymer notes, plastic money. They cut germs by 90%. But there's a catch, freeze them, and they crack like potato chips. So next time you touch a bill, remember, it's not just money. It's a tiny, traveling germ party. That same bill could have just shaken hands with 2,300 strangers in New York City alone. More meet and greets than a subway busker in rush hour. In fact, the Federal Reserve shreds 5,000 tons of worn-out cash annually, enough to fill 2 Olympic swimming pools with confetti. Every year, 1 in every 10,000 banknotes simply vanishes. Washed in jeans, they turn to mush. Fed to ATMs, they jam like a bad burrito. Toddlers shred them for confetti. Dogs eat them for breakfast. And then there's the 2016 Texas money tornado. In 2018, a Brinks truck spilled $600,000 on a Detroit freeway. Drivers stopped to grab cash like it was Black Friday at the ATM. That same year, a single $20 bill from that Detroit spill traveled 1,200 miles in just 48 hours, tracked by a curious Fed intern who named it Speedy Gonzales. You flip that same $10 bill under a bright light. Suddenly, the numbers aren't just numbers. That's microprinting, text smaller than a human hair. Counterfeiters can't fake it. Tilt the bill. The hologram eagle on the front shifts colors like a mood ring. That's not magic. It's layers of metal so thin they bend light itself. Now check the serial number. Every single one follows a secret math formula so complex, even the Treasury calls it unbreakable. And the pound 20 note. That see-through window isn't empty. It's a portrait of the Queen made of light. Every bill is a puzzle. And the best part? You're carrying it in your pocket right now. That $5 bill. It's been folded more times than your favorite jeans, and visited more states than you have. Yet before it retires, that bill may have seen the inside of 4,000 different wallets, more social than your cousin at a family reunion. Every year, central banks around the world shred enough worn-out cash to fill a skyscraper. In the U.S. alone, that's 5,000 tons, about the weight of 1,000 elephants. But first, the bills have to pass inspection. The European Central Bank's fitness sorting machines scan 40,000 notes an hour, like a TSA agent for money, but way pickier. In the U.S., worn-out bills are shredded at 1,200 notes a minute, like a money smoothie for the Fed's industrial blender. The shredded scraps don't just vanish. The U.S. turns them into roof tiles, compost, or even insulation for homes, because even dead money has a second life. So next time you crumple a bill, remember, it's not just paper, it's a survivor. And it's already plotting its comeback. Turns out, paper money's got a 7-year lifespan before it retires, like a Labrador that still fetches your heart. Yet every time you touch a 20, you're shaking hands with 3,000 strangers, like speed dating at a germ convention. But 1,500 miles south, in Medellin, Colombia, a different kind of wallet was just getting started. Between 2004 and 2008, U.S. and Colombian agents tracked $6.5 billion in cash, actual stacks of Benjamins, smuggled in suitcases, hidden compartments, even inside shipments of bananas. The cartels weren't just moving money. They were washing it, turning dirty drug dollars into clean, spendable pesos. Here's how. A cartel would sell drugs in the U.S., collect cash, then hand it to a peso broker, a financial middleman who'd take a cut and promise clean money back in Colombia. The broker would then embed the cash into legitimate trade invoices, say, a shipment of electronics or cars, making it look like the money came from a real business. Seized ledgers from Operation Cornerstone showed serial numbers of the tainted bills, each one a breadcrumb leading back to the cartel's door. And yeah, the DEA agents who cracked the case. They'll tell you the same thing. Money doesn't just feel alive. Sometimes it's practically screaming. That tiny traveler vibe. In 2019, a single $10 note in Detroit was caught hitching rides on 127 different credit card readers in just 2 weeks, like Uber Pool for germs. Turns out that's not just a feeling. In 2020, economists tracked thousands of banknotes and found something eerie. Money doesn't wander randomly. It migrates. Like metal filings to a magnet, bills drift toward cities with booming economies. New York, London, Tokyo, where they get spent faster, change hands more, and vanish into the hustle. €1.50 note was tracked traveling 3,200 miles in just 10 days, from a bakery in Berlin to a market in Istanbul, then a casino in Cyprus. That same note hitched a ride on a budget airline, Ryanair flight FR777, where it swapped seats 3 times before landing. That same note once hid in a New York taxi's seat crack for 11 days, surviving spilled coffee, 27 sneezes, and one very confused tourist's lost passport. So why does money feel alive? Because it's not just paper. It's a story that never ends, and you're just one chapter in its wild, crumpled life. In fact, the average dollar bill changes hands 55 times a year, like a hot potato nobody wants to drop.